Hey guys, it's Rinsler and welcome back to Ace Attorney. In the last episode we started a new case. Edgeworth of all people has been arrested for murder. We managed to do some investigation and get Edgeworth to agree to let us defend him because he wasn't going to. We bullied him into it. If you missed that one, check the card above to catch up. If you're all caught up already, let's jump straight back in. December 26, 9:44 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Karma? That's right, man. Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case. He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. Ugh. So was he your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep. Oh wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me times 20. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia. Maya? Uh-huh. We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you two whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. December 26th, 10 AM, District Court, Room Number 3. Manfred von Karma. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here were I not completely prepared? Right. My apologies. He's even got the judge scared. Very well. Your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I call the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident. Now. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 AM she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Overhead map added to the court record. Testify to the court about the arrest. Now. But wait. Mr. Von Karma. Yes? Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course. You're quite right. No, he's not. The rest of Edgeworth. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning, a body was found in the lake, so we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now. You gonna let him get away with that, Judge? A man called in the station around 30 minutes after midnight. Who? You received a call from a man? Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? That woman and the man who called the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping? A lot of heart. What happened next, detective? We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. How long was that? How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. Probably going to get him in trouble, but we're going to press it anyway. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep trust and relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue. Now. But the next morning, body found in the lake. Right. So did you let him go then? Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence. Pistol bullet under the court record. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe. That is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right. Sorry, Your Honor. Right. Sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence. Press again. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? Order, order. So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon? Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. Pistol added to the court record. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir? Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes. The ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol. Hey, Nick. What does it mean, ballistic markings? Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Huh? Me? Ballistic markings are like fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which as you may recall was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order, order. This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge, I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess. which will last 10 minutes. Judge. Yes? What are you doing? A 10-minute recess. Now. But wait, Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. Yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? December 26, 11:09 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon? And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh. How am I going to convince anyone of that? Say, Maya? Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh. Sorry, it's no good. I know. I'm no good for anything around my neck. If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? No. I need you here. No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Oh, everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck's gonna run out. Really? Whoa. Right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh. Oh, sorry. Oops. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Hello, Lotta. Lotta Hart, you are a research student at university. That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? Y'all need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand. Very well. Your testimony, please. Alright, what we're going to do for you. Witness account. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Enough. Huh? Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accept it as evidence. Well, This is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order. I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake. So, the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order! Order, order. I will have order. Well judged. The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant. Objection, hold on, hold the fucking minute. Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. A cross-examination? We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words and they all read guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court. Nick? Contempt? Contempt of court. You know. I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony? Yes. There has to be, because if I don't think there is, then it's over and Edgeworth's guilty, and we'll lose, or we'll want to win. I think there was. I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time. Alright. It was Christmas Eve just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. Check. Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Press further. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait now. I am the one who says that. Well, then say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. I heard this bang come up from the lake. So, you weren't looking at the lake at that time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise. She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. I looked out the window and saw two gents in a boat. Could you clearly see the two men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Oh, press it. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. You will, of course. The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Then there was another bang. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end, though? There wasn't an area thing on the bait, but look. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country guy can be. That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the boat than the lake. Sorry, the lake than the boat. I read that wrong. Miss Hart, you... Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained. Yes, of course. Oh, great. Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you're unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But, Your Honor... You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Uh-huh. Nick. Lotta's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean. But, if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Ooh, shit, where'd that one come from? Who was that? It was me. Maya. Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea? Treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth. Enough. Judge. Declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No. No. Oh, please no. Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong. 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 What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes the testimony and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Thank you, Maya. Order, 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 order! You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. Go on. Don't do it. Don't do it, Judge. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lotte Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court. No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya. Get yourself arrested for me. Damn, Maya. Huh. I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. Better find a contradiction here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. The last statement. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. That's it? Oh, I don't know if I can find anything in that. But I can't squander Maya's efforts either. Obviously gonna have to press it. Well, what about the other man? You cannot expect to be allowed to blindly ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. Well, find it, if you can. Mr. Wright, I have to assign you a penalty. Shit. Damn it. Damn. That's it? Don't know if I can find anything in that. But I can't squander Maya's efforts either. So it clears the day the man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. That's gotta be... we've got to present something. Gotta be the photo taken automatically, and it was foggy as hell. And that's overhead map. Present. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photo. Look at this photograph. Sorry. Look at this graph. Sorry, just whenever I see that, I think of the fucking meme. Right. Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. Something I want you to see in this photo that's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet, you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth? How? What? What? Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please. Yet, now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart. What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could. Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. How Edgeworth was seen. You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. You use binoculars? Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one had better be good. Binoculars are the ones that intrigue us. You're right. It was a cold night and the mist was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera and got back in the car, I still brought my binoculars with me. Press that one. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I've got doubts about your camera too. Was that really to take pictures of the meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. Can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this, if you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Yes. Because why, if you're looking for meteor showers, why would the camera be set up to go off when there is noises? Because they don't make noises. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honour. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little bit overboard there. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear you. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. To present the camera, loud noises, faces the lake. If she was doing meteor shower, it would have been pointing towards the sky and wouldn't react to sound because sound was, because they don't make any sound. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point your camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Oof. Oof. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honour. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Show evidence. Got over being gaudy. Your Honour, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? It was gaudy. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph, wasn't it? What's this? A newspaper article? Gaudy? Ah, the sighting at Gord Lake. Well, Miss Hart? I never heard no lake monster. You got a proof of something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this goody. Damn right I've got proof, it's your damn camera. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it, and no joking around this time, please. What is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy, the lake monster? the camera itself. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Also, that stinging of doubt in my head is, why is this important? Why would this affect why she was whether she was photographing the sky or photographing the thing? It wouldn't matter, would it? I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah, not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? I thought so. That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But, as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason. I know it. What could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony. Right, fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing though. Something will change, it has to. And I'm gonna spot it. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative reporter. Imagine what a scoop it would be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our precious time with another pointless cross-examination. Object. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. When Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Was there a contradiction? Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. Huh. That would be a first. Very funny. You understand this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Actually, I'm not a research student at university. It doesn't matter now, it doesn't matter. I'm an investigative photographer, alright. Imagine if it was a scoop, even if you got a picture of that monster. Doesn't matter anyway. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, it was just watch the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands and I heard another gunshot. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Press that one. There wasn't much else to look at. Yep. I don't know. She heard a bang and she thought that Gordy was out there. I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at the boat. What? What do I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush, puppy pops. I'm getting here. It's gotta be the. It's gotta be the article. Because if you thought, like you said, if you thought it was Gordy, she would have been scanning that lake. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree. Any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy. That's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Because it's a boat and not what you're looking for. Order! Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well. Well now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, you know, I could be witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo. And... Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she gonna say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who is shooting. That's why she said she's gonna enlarge the photo. She said, it'll drop the quality of mine, but let's see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong though, he'll be in prison for Edgeworth, or worse. What should I do? Make her show the enlargement. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why is that enlargement not being presented to the court? Because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You're a fool. What's the meaning of this fist of Von Karma? Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. We still can't see who's firing in this. I see a glaring obvious, something very obvious here. Can you see it? If you can, check it in the comments down below. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Can't be him, because it was his right hand fingerprints, wasn't it? Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. That's not why. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence, decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement. Your Honour, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. I need to double check. Oh, I can't. It's got to be the thing. I'm sure it was Edgeworth's right hand, the fingerprints on his right hand on the gun. And that guy's shooting with his left hand. Here, Your Honour. I'm trusting on my memory here. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand what about the shooter is strange. Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honour. I was right, I was right. The hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. Show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. And it's gotta be Edgeworth's right hands, that's the one. Boom. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph was holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honour? You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Miss Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there was no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? The victim himself. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order, order. So you are saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honour. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. Of course you object, Karma. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance in which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. There is no way it could have been suicide. And then now we're in a predicament. Order, order. Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Autopsy report updated in the court record. I see. I like how they leave it till now. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned. I'm waiting for an objection. Oh, no. December 26th, 1:15 PM, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew, that was a close one. Hey! Don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, Mr. Wright. Well, yeah, but... what happened out there on that lake anyway? If you didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look. I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh. Right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it killing you just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? I requisitioned a transcript of Lott's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony with that stud was the bang she heard. Lots of deposition added to the court record. To be continued. Right guys, we're going to leave that here for today. We've made some kind of problems for ourselves. Found some contradictions. We chased some leads in the courtroom there. We managed to get ourselves into a conundrum of who the shooter is, because it wasn't Edgeworth, because the gun was held in the left hand and it was his right hand's on the gun, but they were on a boat in the middle of a lake and the shooter, he was shot from a meter away, so you need to know who shot, and he didn't shoot himself for that reason, for the meter reason. We're going to have to do some investigation next time, find out what the hell is going on. Hope you're enjoying the series still. Post your theories in the comments below if you have any. Other than that, thank you for watching. If you have liked it, please like, comment, share and subscribe and all that jazz. And as always, I shall see you all on the flip side. Bye bye.